G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Virginia Cavaliers and the TCU Horned Frogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Virginia head coach before this game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's McGee. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stops. They'll go to the ground. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Back to throw, it's Craig. Pocket breaking down. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Holstein. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Going for the marker on the ground. Could be an alley. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's McGee. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Looking to throw, it's Craig. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Horned Frogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Looking to throw again. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air, it's Craig. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. He's going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. Quarterback making checks. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Shakes off the defender. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Eli Holstein to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Courtney. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down.
Might have a chance. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Virginia. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Dropping back, it's Craig. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath.
It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Finding some room. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's McGee. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Craig. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Wants to fire on second down. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. That's reeled in. It's Courtney. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Gives it on the option. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Lewis. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein finds a soft spot in the middle. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
There's some room. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia. And they take it in for 6 more points. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten pay dirt in this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
TCU 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Parks. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Craig. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. Finds a spot in the middle. He's loose. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point.
TCU 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside. It's Lewis. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Holstein. Pressure coming. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Unleashes to the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Right on the money. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive, but this the defining one. 4th and goal. Keeps looking downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. You couldn't ask for better starting field position. The drive covers 26 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Snap to the back. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
So they come to the line, and the wildcat's going to give him a different look. Back has it. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Defense wants to bring the heat. Makes a man miss. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with Colorado taking on the #1 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Buffs with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Let's now take a look at top 25 action.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's Holstein to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Pulls it in. It's Courtney. Makes the grab in their space. The 20. Touchdown, Cavaliers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
He'll bring it out. It's Parks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Dropping back, it's Craig. Got a man in the middle. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have 2 people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
Fires to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Zings it complete to the right. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the 1st down, certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Back to throw, it's Craig. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Looking for space, it's Lewis. Nice move to pick up yard. Just keeps moving. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. Got his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and
makes a grab and room to run. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Virginia.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Coming out with it, it's Parks. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
And this is the definition of complementary football. Your defense takes the ball away, and the offense turns those takeaways into touchdowns. Fantastic run, great vision, but this has been so good. Their defense staying aggressive, getting the takeaways, and the offense capitalizing, David, with big plays.
Man, I wish I could say there was complementary football on the other side. They've complemented each other, and they both stunk. Like, both sides have been bad. Turning the football over, not scoring, like, dug yourself a huge hole in this football game. They better find something quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it out. It's McGee. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this...
Got it down the field. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Payne.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now the play fake. Under fire. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Craig. He lets it fly. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Trying to set up the screen. Turns it on in midfield. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Handoff from the gun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia! With that score, looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he tacks on the extra point.
TCU 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McGee. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back to throw, it's Craig. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the right. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more.
There's a creep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's McGee. Why in the world did he not take a knee? He's down at the 3-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and the quarterback was looking for the big fella. And I tell you what, you throw these routes to big tight ends, it usually ends well, but it was really, really good coverage, breaking on that corner route and getting the ball to the ground.
And now on third down, shadowed their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Looking for a man. It's Craig. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. The short hands, it's Shelton. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Breaks the tackle. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand, we got to swarm to the football because...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. And the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
Going deep. It's caught. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up. Throwing, Holstein. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's McGee. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough.
Lofts one high and deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.